Welcome everyone, let's use the camera in Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 4. So opening up the camera app, we have the modes, photo, video, portrait and more. Just tap on the mode to select it. Let's start off with the photo mode. You're going to see the zooms, so these are just going to switch between each camera lens in Z Fold 4. You can also slide, and this will change the zooms as well, okay? After the 3x zoom, it will be using the telephoto. Between 1 and 3 uses the main sensor, and anything below that it will use the ultra wide. Then we have here the flip button. You tap this to flip the camera. Now there are a ton of features and cool stuff with the front camera, okay? Remember there are 3 front cameras, and I'll talk about all those later. You then have the flash. You can turn this one on or off. You have the timer. When you set a timer, you can see 2, 5, 10, that means 2 seconds, 5 seconds, 10 seconds. It will have a countdown before the picture is taken. You have the aspect ratio. So right now, for every 3 across, we go 4 down, okay? Then we have for every 9 across, we go 16 down. And you can play around with these. You then have the 50 megapixel mode, so by default it will shoot at a lower megapixel number. If you select 50 megapixel, this will be the highest quality photo you can take. Then we need to switch the aspect ratio real quick. We have the motion photo. So this will take a picture and it will also take a short video after it. We then have the filters. And then remember when I was talking about the front camera earlier? We have this cover screen preview. So if you want to take incredible selfie photos, turn on the cover screen preview, flip the phone over, and now you can see the back camera lens preview at the front right here. So there is another camera, front camera here, and I'm covering it and it's doing nothing because this main sensor is what's being used. If you tap on selfie, the back screen will not respond to touch anymore, okay? So you can just hold it like normal. And now you have the ability to use the back camera for your front facing shots, okay? And this feature is genuinely so cool. You of course just tap on the shutter button here to take the picture. You can also tap on the volume buttons to take a picture as well. Now if you fold the phone so the outside screen is on, when you flip the camera it will use this front camera right here. So it really depends on your use case, what you're going to use, which front camera and when. So let's fold back out like so, and let's switch to the video mode. So you can have some of the same options, flash the same, but stabilization, this is the super steady mode. So this will limit the frame rate to 1080p at 30 fps, but it will have extremely steady, so if you're shaking a lot, it will reduce the shake. You have the aspect ratio covered earlier, but now you have the video quality. So I'm only stuck at 1080p 30 or 60 here, because I have super steady on. So I'll turn this one off. We have up to 8K at 24 fps, UHD is 4K, Full HD is 1080p, HD is 720p. You're going to notice the frame rate counter, 60, 30, 24. So the higher the frame rate, the more smooth the video looks like. So take a look at the preview here, this is 30. Now I'm going to move it to 60, and look how much smoother that looks. The resolution means the higher the resolution, the more crisp the image will look like, okay? So higher the resolution, the more crisp the image looks like. The higher the frame rate, the more smooth the video will look like. Let's lower the resolution because we can use filters, which is again only available on the lower resolutions. And then you have the cover screen preview, which means of course you can use the rear camera for front facing video if you would like to as well. And of course you can flip the camera here for the video modes. This under display camera only has 1080p 60 fps video. It honestly looks, well, I mean, not great. And if you fold the phone, we unlock, you can see the main front camera here. This one has up to 4K 60 fps as well. Flip the camera around, flip one more time. So now we have the portrait mode. So what this does is it finds a subject and then it makes the background blurry. So you have the 1x zoom and the 3x zoom, so you can choose which zoom you'd like. just place your object in the subject. Once you see ready at the top there, click on the shutter button, and now you can see it's going to add a background effect. You can tap on change, and you can change the intensity. Take a look at the strength of the back. Okay, you can see the iPhone. Now it's very hard to see. Tap on apply when you're done. It's not perfect, but it's pretty good. Okay. Then you have the more here. So you have the Pro photo mode. If you don't know what this is, it's best to not touch it, in my opinion. Okay, you can change the white balance. You can change where the focus is. You can change the EV. Okay. You can change the shutter speed. You can change the ISO. And really, it should be kind of self-explanatory what this means. I mean, ISO is the amount of light, shutter speed is the amount of time the shutter is going to refresh, etc., etc. Okay. White balance. I mean, you know, if you don't know what this stuff is, of course, don't mess around with it. Let's go out. We have Pro Video, which is a similar story. You can see the audio frequency in the channels. You can change the mic you would like to use. You can also connect Bluetooth or USB mics as well. White balance, focus, EV, shutter speed, and the ISO. Let's go back again. More, single take. So what this does is it will take a bunch of photos and short videos together, and then it will, well, show you the results of it. It's kind of cool, but I personally don't use it. Best to have some fun. Then you have the night. So by default, it will automatically use night photos if like the photo subject's really dark. But if you want the best photo results, use the night mode. It will take a couple of seconds to take the shot, and you'll get better, you know, look of the photo, more detail, etc. And I'm going to brush over some of these. So food is just going to optimize the pictures for the food. Panorama is you start the photo, you move your phone around, and it's going to take this ultra wide photo. Okay. Just follow this preview here so that everything looks good. Go back again. More. You have the super slow-mo, which is recording at a very high frame rate, nearly 1000 frames per second. Then what it does is it slows it down to 30 frames per second, okay? And because of all those extra frames, you get the slow motion video. That's how it works if you're wondering. Then you have the regular slow motion, which is recording at lower frames per second. Hyperlapse, which is, well, it's just going to time lapse, okay? You record half an hour footage, it will condense it to, let's say, 30 seconds. We then have portrait video. This is going to find a subject and it's just going to blur it, okay? The subject does need to be a face. It's alright, but not the greatest. Then you have the director's view, okay? So you have all these different camera lenses, all the three, and you can record all three at once. You can hide view. This is pretty cool if you need to use all those different lenses. Alright, let's go to the settings here. This camera settings applies for all modes, okay? Scene optimizer, by default this is on, it just uses AI to make stuff look better. Shot suggestions will just give you guides. Scan QR codes allows you, when a QR code shows up, to scan it. If you swipe the shutter button, it will take a burst shot or create a GIF. Really just depends what you want to use. So swipe is, you know, like this. The shutter button is that white circle. Picture format, so high efficiency is essentially it will use a different file format. It will view the photos on the Z Fold 4, but other devices, most of them won't support it. Raw copies is really just every single part of the photo detail is captured in the photo. The quality will look similar, but what it means is for post-processing, if you do a lot of photo editing, you'll have a way better time because the photo won't be compressed, so you can manipulate the photo easier. If you don't do photo editing, there's no real point using raw photos, but if you want the best results, it's always an option. Then we have save selfies as previewed. So when you look at yourself in the picture, okay, it will actually flip your face when it saves to the camera when you take the picture. If you turn this on, it won't. Then you have the color of the selfie. You can change that to natural or bright if you prefer that. You then have video stabilization if you need to use that. By default, just keep it on. Advanced recording options. So reduce file size, that's the same with the photos. It will use HEVC format. It's less common. Well, it says less common. It's becoming the standard, okay? Your iPhone's going to be able to view it. Your iPad's going to be able to view it. Your MacBook's going to be able to view it. Your Windows computer won't. Most Androids will, okay? So you may want to have this one on if you want. You have HDR10 Plus video. So this will record videos in HDR. If you don't know what that is, just keep it off. When you turn it on, it will limit the resolution to 1080p at 30 fps, which was surprising because when I called them up, they didn't say that, which is, you know, that was kind of a part of me buying this phone, but oh well. Samsung. Tracking autofocus. Keep the rear camera focus on the subject even as they move. If you want that on, you can have it on. I personally like to be in control of the focus, but it's up to you. Grid lines will add lines in the preview of your photos and videos, but when you actually take the photo, that won't show up. Location tags will turn on tags for your photos. So let's say you were in Brixton, it would show that you're in Brixton because it used your location. You have the shooting methods, so you can turn on voice commands, like if you say smile, the phone will recognize that and take a picture. You can also have the option to move the shutter button wherever you would like. That's the one which you tap to take a picture or video. You can also see here, press volume keys too. By default, it's take picture or record video, but you can change this if you would like to. And this is the main settings for the camera. So I went more in depth than I thought I would be, 11 minutes long, but by the end, you're going to know everything you need to know with the camera. You're going to know how to take the best selfie pictures, take the best photos, and what everything does. So with that being said, thanks for watching. See you guys later. Bye bye.